Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today we're diving into A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin, published in 2000. This is the third book in the A Song of Ice and Fire series, which inspired the hit TV show Game of Thrones. Let's dive into the key events and storylines so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover, and stick around for a fun fact about the biggest difference between the book and the show. The novel picks up where A Clash of Kings left off, with the Seven Kingdoms still embroiled in the War of the Five Kings. The political and military conflicts intensify, and alliances shift as key characters maneuver for power. In the north, Jon Snow is with the wildlings beyond the wall, infiltrating their ranks under orders from the Night's Watch. He forms a complex relationship with Ygritte, a wildling woman, and struggles with his loyalty to the Night's Watch. Jon learns about Mance Rayder's plan to lead the wildlings south to escape the approaching White Walkers. Eventually, Jon escapes and returns to the Night's Watch, warning them of the impending invasion. At the Wall, the Night's Watch prepares for the wildling assault. The battle is fierce, but they manage to hold the Wall, thanks in part to Jon's leadership. Jon is elected Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, a significant and challenging role for the young warrior. In the Riverlands, Robb Stark continues his campaign against the Lannisters. However, his fortunes take a drastic turn when he breaks his marriage pact with House Frey by marrying Jane Westerling instead of a Frey daughter. To mend the rift, Robb seeks an alliance through a marriage between his uncle, Edmure Tully, and a Frey. This leads to the infamous Red Wedding, where Robb, his mother Catelyn, and many of his bannermen are brutally murdered by the Freys and Boltons, acting in league with the Lannisters. This betrayal decimates the Stark forces and marks a turning point in the war. In King's Landing, political intrigue abounds. Tyrion Lannister, recovering from his injuries at the Battle of the Blackwater, is sidelined by his father, Tywin, who resumes his role as Hand of the King. Tyrion marries Sansa Stark to solidify Lannister control over the north, though the marriage remains unconsummated. Meanwhile, Joffrey Baratheon's cruel reign continues, but he meets a shocking end at his wedding feast, poisoned in an event known as the Purple Wedding. Tyrion is accused of the murder and imprisoned, leading to a trial where he demands a trial by combat. Sansa escapes King's Landing with the help of Petyr Baelish, known as Littlefinger. He takes her to the Eyrie, where he marries her aunt, Lysa Arryn. Littlefinger manipulates events to gain control over the Vale, furthering his ambitions. He eventually kills Lysa, making it appear as a suicide, and becomes Lord Protector of the Vale, with Sansa assuming a new identity as his niece, Elaine Stone. Across the Narrow Sea, Daenerys Targaryen continues her quest to reclaim the Iron Throne. She conquers the cities of Slaver's Bay, Astapor, Yunkai, and Meereen, liberating the slaves and gaining a loyal following. Her dragons grow larger and more powerful, solidifying her position as a formidable leader. However, ruling these cities proves challenging as she grapples with maintaining order and dealing with insurgencies. Arya Stark continues her journey, narrowly escaping death and capture multiple times. She travels with Sandor Clegane, the Hound, forming an uneasy alliance. They witness the aftermath of the Red Wedding, and Arya's sense of vengeance grows. Eventually, Arya leaves the Hound for dead and secures passage to Braavos, where she seeks refuge with the Faceless Men, a guild of assassins. Jaime Lannister returns to King's Landing after being freed by Catelyn Stark in a bid to exchange him for her daughters. Jaime's journey with Brienne of Tarth is fraught with danger and mutual respect. Upon his return, he learns of his father's plans and the deteriorating state of his family's control over the realm. The trial by combat for Tyrion's life is fought between Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper, and Gregor Clegane, the Mountain. Oberyn seeks vengeance for his sister's murder, but is ultimately killed, and Tyrion is condemned to death. However, with the help of Jaime and Varys, Tyrion escapes. Before fleeing, he confronts his father, Tywin, and kills him, dramatically altering the power dynamics in King's Landing. The novel concludes with the realm in chaos. Jon Snow faces new challenges as Lord Commander, Daenerys struggles with ruling Meereen, and the Lannisters' grip on power weakens. Arya begins her training with the Faceless Men, and Sansa navigates Littlefinger's schemes. One major difference between the book and the TV show is the presence of Lady Stoneheart. In the books, Catelyn Stark is resurrected by Beric Dondarrion and takes on the persona of Lady Stoneheart, leading the Brotherhood without banners and seeking vengeance on those who betrayed her family. This character and storyline are entirely omitted from the TV series, adding a unique element of vengeance and justice in the novels. In conclusion, A Storm of Swords is a richly woven tapestry of betrayal, power struggles, and complex character arcs. George R.R. Martin's intricate storytelling and willingness to subvert expectations make this a compelling continuation of the A Song of Ice and Fire series. The novel deepens the intrigue and raises the stakes, promising even more intense conflicts and revelations in the books to come. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-minute summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.